to generate smiles in mothers. Now, in this, about 700,000 children are engaged in this program. And that is make the mother smile. Will you take a oath now?
Yes, sir.
You have taken breakfast?
Yes, sir.
Good breakfast?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Today onwards, I will make my mother happy. If my mother is happy, my home is happy. If my home is happy, society is happy. Society is happy. Maharashtra happy. Do you agree?
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes.
Now, how many of you promise me? You are taking the oath now that making the mother smile, the family smiles. If family smiles, society smiles, isn't it?
Yes.
You are taking the oath. How many of you going today onwards? Today onwards, how many of you? All of you guys will go. Okay, good. Great children. Now, friends, I am indeed delighted to address the members of society, moved to instill love and empathy. Students, other participants, you are all other participants mostly, I think, and also some smile students are here, and teachers are there. For all of them, my greetings. I am happy that Smile Foundation has been working on this mission for the last 20 years and have succeeded in creating interest in learning among needy children. No dropouts. I understand what our founder does. Mrs. Anakshi Shah, her school, Montessori school, up to age 6 children, no dropout. That's the unique way of teaching and caring for the students. Their effort has culminated in developing a number of children who are seeking college education, like you are all privileged, college education, and doing fairly well. Some of them are working in their spare time and able to generate the funds needed for the education. I am happy. First, I would like to say something about Smile Foundation. I am happy that Smile Foundation is in the process of promoting of formal education for pre-primary level children. If they are children in primary level is good, primary level good. If primary level is good, secondary level children good. If secondary level children, that you will be good. All the college students will be good. So that's how they start. Such a preparation will enable the rural children to learn faster and keep pace with their counterparts in the urban areas. Dear young friends, every youth of our nation is indeed a greatest resource on the earth, above the earth and under the earth. India has 600 million youth in your age class and below. Now, very rarely nations are blessed with such a powerful resource, except a democratic nation like India. Youth resource will become more and more useful, purposeful for the nation, and make a change to our nation only when youth transform into unique you. But we share with you few thoughts, and mind is our strongest diamond. Mind is our strongest diamond. Now, I am going to talk to you about my school. School days, long ago. None of you had not idea of Now I'm going to talk about my school. When I see all such a beautiful and rich environment, I thought of recalling my school days in British India. At that time, when I was going to school, British was ruling India. British India at Rameshwaram, Panchayat Primary School, during the period 1936-1944. And this school is situated near a seashore, beautiful seashore in those days, half built and half thatched. And it was the only school Rameshwaram Island in those days. We were 400 boys and girls. I would like to narrate my experience when I felt in my school, which had an unimpressive building and scanty amenities. Unimpressive building and scanty amenities. But I used to see an interesting scene in my school. I hope you are also blessed. You are blessed. What is the interesting scene? The teachers, particularly the history and geography and science teachers, were loved by the students. For the reason the teacher loved their teaching, and ensured the growth of every one of the 55 students in my class. I had a 55 students, including me 55. My history and geography teacher, I remember his name, Sri Kalishwara Iyer, used to say, "Oh, my students, my teaching mission," we are all taught in Tamil, mother tongue. "Oh, my students, my teaching mission is to ensure that you children love history and geography so that you score good marks apart from learning with pleasure." Learning with pleasure, that's his mission. Whereas my science teacher, and he is my mentor also, whereas my science teacher at the age of 10, Sri Shivasubramania Iyer, was a big attraction to all the students in the class. When the teacher enters into the classroom in the morning every day, the teacher was radiating knowledge. He was radiating, we see the light of knowledge. And the teacher enters, we saw the embodiment of knowledge. So he was radiating the knowledge. And also we saw the light of purity in shining in our teachers. So purity comes, he was a Gandhian in those days, British India. And his life very simple, elegant, and it's a fantastic home he had. So I happened to visit quite often his home. So both what we learned from him, apart from geography, history, science, all those things, we learned. He is a teacher who radiates knowledge, who radiates purity of life. These two really empowered us. I can say at the age of my primary school learning, that my greatest period for me because of the teacher Shivasubramania Iyer. Now the message I would like to give to this audience is, it is not a great building or a great facility or a great advertisement gives quality, but lovable education and great teachers do. That's what Smile Foundation is doing up to the age of 6. Education cannot be a business product or system. Education at the primary level has to be delivered in an integrated way by great teachers, through great syllabus, and promoting affinity between parents, teachers, and students. This is very important, that I am glad that Mrs. Anaksha, the Anaksha Shah, is doing this, bringing parents, students, teachers in the Montessori school, her school. Now this is one experience. Now I am going to give you another experience. Very few months back it happened. A few days back, I was in a village called Paravur near Kochi, Kerala. I went to the village to inaugurate the program, what called Satrayan, which means science propagation. During the program, the president of the Paravur Panchayat Board and the local MLA said that the mission Sastrayan and Paravur is to ensure preparation of 2,000 students in the secondary level from different schools towards attaining eligibility to entrance as engineers, scientists, doctors, qualified managers, civil service officers, and also good politicians probably. This action will empower 2,000 families of the village. That's their mission. My inaugural address to Paravur audience consisting of 5,000 students, family members and teachers, I talked about science empowers the nation. After my address, there was hundreds of hands put up for asking questions. Due to limited availability of time, I selected 12 students, boys and girls, to ask me questions. I would like to share with you 2 questions of concern asked by the students. One 10th class girl asked me, Mr. Kalam, next year I have to take the subject for my special issues. Isn't that 10 plus 1, all of you, but you would have experienced that. And Mr. Kalam, next year I have to take the subject for my specialization. I love psychology. The girls, student says, I love psychology. My parents say no to this subject. Not one no, double no. They want me to take subject that will enable me to enter into a professional course. What should be my answer? She asked me, can you help me? I thought of it. What's your view? She was asking my view. I thought of told the student, you have a great tool with your parents. That is love and affection. Similarly, your parents also love you. Hence, they earn and borrow for your education. They would like to ensure that you are properly positioned in your professional life. But I respect your dream. Definitely, I am confident you can persuade your parents. If any help is needed, I can talk to your parents also, I said. Now, I didn't know that the students' parents were sitting there. So they got up. They got up. They said, Mr. Kalam, we know you. You are a good guy. What is your suggestion? They asked, father and mother asked. I said, if I am parent, I will agree what my children want after 10 plus 1. Because what the children love to specialize, that is their favorite subject. If you approve that, then everything will go all right. Then both father and mother said, we agree with you, Kalam, my child will take psychology. So there was a great ovation accepting the parents, what you can say, confidence of the child, and also parents' magnanimity, both we appreciated at that occasion. But this is one unique problem. This real problem when the child reaches, the student reaches 10th class, a big conflict is there. What the children want, what parents want. So I believe my suggestion is we have to accept, if I'm addressing the parents, definitely address the parents that we have to accept what our children want it. Okay, that's one thing. Now the next area, I want to talk to you distinctive problem. No, I want to talk to you another question, very important question. That is what I very relate to what the program, SMILE program. The next important question was from 8th class boy called Vishu, who had come from far away from the city. He was nervous to represent the youth in Indian village environment. The boy started was telling the name. Second student asked me a question. Telling his name, the boy started with telling his name. My name is Vishu. I don't know what should I ask. He's standing there. He says, I don't know what should I ask. I am nervous. I have not asked any question in my class. I need to have confidence. I am not gaining confidence through education during the last 7 years. I am not gaining confidence through education during the last 7 years. I am afraid to talk to my teachers. I am afraid to talk to my friends. Whenever I talk, I compare myself with the other students who are well dressed. Please tell me, Mr. Kalam, how can I become a unique person? Which you just now explained how a unique person would be. I want to become a marine engineer. I want to travel in the ship. I want to be the captain of the ship. I want to build the engine for the ship. Will I be able to do this, Mr. Kalam? He asked. How can I achieve this mission? What should I do? The boy was asking me. When the boy completed his question, the whole audience of 5,000 people and dignitaries in the dais, including the Chief Minister of Kerala, were looking at me. What Kalam is going to face such a shivering question? I thought of it and thought of it. I want to break the silence. I said, my dear Vishu, you have to put the most difficult question. So far I have received from millions of students whom I have met. Vishu, I value your question. Also I consider you are echoing the question of millions of rural students. I also echo the question of millions of rural students. Then slowly I gained the confidence to answer. I said, Vishu, let us both recite a beautiful ancient poem named I Will Fly. I will fly. I slowly started telling the poem. The boy also started repeating the poem with me. Will you repeat with me?
Yes.
I am born with potential. I am born with goodness and trust. I am born with ideas and dreams. I am born with greatness. I am born with confidence. I am born with confidence. I am born with wings. So I am not meant for crawling. I am not meant for crawling because I have wings. I fly. This boy repeated this. When the boy Vishu finished reciting this poem, he was in tears. He said now he has got confidence. He will win and win enough. Okay, this is the second incident. Message here: the two questions from two students reveal the students are in stress in the choice of their subject after 10 plus 1, 10 plus 2. And education not giving the student confidence, required confidence that I can do it. So the whole education system, I can do it. Repeat with me, I can do it.
I can do it.
We can do it.
We can do it.
India will do it. So we should get the confidence, I can do it. 600 million people get the confidence. India you don't need 10 years to become economically developed. So the whole education should have choice of teachers and teaching environment. Have to become creative, interactive, all designed to empower the student through the light of the knowledge and purity of the lives of the teachers. You follow? That's the message I want to give you. So when you come out of schools, college, you must go that I can do it. Okay? That's very important. Now, since you're all the college students, most of you, I would like to present my visualization of what type of India you would be after your education endeavors when you finish this college, 2020, another 8 years. And what will be the profile? I am giving you economic development profile. Number one, India, where the rural-urban divide has reduced a thin line. Today we have got 600,000 villages. 750 million people live there. In the villages, 75% of the people live there. And that means one of the big mission to all of us is how do you divide your rural-urban divide, how to reduce it thin. A nation where there is an equitable distribution and adequate access to energy and quality water. A nation where agriculture, industry, service sector work together in symphony. A nation where education with value system is not denied to any meritorious candidate because of societal or economic discrimination. A nation with the best destination for the most talented scholars, scientists and investors. A nation where the governance is responsive, transparent and corruption-free. A nation where poverty has been totally eradicated and illiteracy removed and crimes against women and children are absent and none in the society feels alienated. A nation that is prosperous, healthy, secure, devoid of terrorism, peaceful and happy and continues with a sustained growth path. A nation that is one of the best places to live in and is proud of its leadership. We should be proud of our leadership if they are there. Now, nice thing I told you, 10 pillars I told you. To achieve the distinct profile of India, we have to achieve also distinct profile of India. We have the mission of transforming India into an economically developed nation. We have identified 5 areas where India has core competence for integrated action: agriculture, agro-food processing, the education and healthcare, and information communication technology to connect all those 600,000 villages, infrastructure, reliable and quality electric power, surface transport and infrastructure for all parts of the country, and self-reliance critical technologies. These 5 areas are closely interrelated and progressing in a coordinated way, leading to food, economic and national security. I would suggest each one of you to select an important task pertaining to each one of you or team of you to select an important task pertaining to any of the 10 pillars, economic pillars, which I have described based on your interest and core competence. That will make you a partner in our national development. So friends, now finally, we now discuss about a very important area which is significant to our quest in evolving an economically developed nation by 2020. Of course, we are making significant progress in some direction, which is propelling India at a growth rate of, say now 6.9%, and it's slightly sliding now. But we also have many challenges to overcome. They include corruption. Corruption, moral turpitude of the nation, environmental degradation, and the need to build a compassionate society. These are evils. To overcome them, if you overcome the evils then which need to be defeated by goodness of the youth, definitely the evils which need to be defeated by the goodness of the youth. Where do such evils arise from? It arises from the never-ending greed of what can I take? What can I take? Now what is the opposite of what can I take?
What can I take?
Very good, Dr. Marx. But now what can I take? Then the fight for corruption, free ethical society. Good environment hence will have to be fought against the greed and replace what can I take to the spirit of what can I give. If we inculcate the spirit of what can I give, it would not only be our strength in overcoming moral degradation, it would not only be our strength in overcoming moral, but also ensure the society which is compassionate, environmentally conscious and caring towards each other. As students, we need to ask ourselves one question: what can I give? Let me give. What can I give? Suppose each one of you, I am going to give you a solution, no money needed for that. What can I give? Each one of you can think. Can I be an environment giver? You know, photosynthesis process, each tree absorbs 20 kilogram of carbon dioxide, lets out 14 kilogram of oxygen. Okay. In Mumbai, if your students plant one tree, what you are doing, you are doing a beautiful environment, isn't it? Imagine billion people. I have started a mission, billion trees for billion people. So can you do that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, can I be an environment giver? Thereby giving a clean environment, conserve planet and habitat degradation. That's why brilliantly I said. Can I be a caregiver and providing care to those needy, those who are sick and those? You went to a Bombay hospital crowded. Used to go one evening. Any hospital to select. And there's a visiting time. There are a lot of parents and friends are waiting. As soon as 6:30 comes, everybody will enter Mumbai in the hospital. But there are few beds nobody visits. Okay? Every time you will see few beds nobody visits. And suppose you take flowers and fruits to them. What a happiness you are giving. You are giving, isn't it? Isn't it? You are giving. Can I be a rural reform leading to a transformation of my village, rural India through program Pura means providing urban amenities, rural area. Most important thing, once you have the what can I give, what can I take to replace what can I give, you yourself become a reformer. In the home, each one of you, your home, each one of you have got one home. The India, we have got 200 million homes. Out of 200 million homes, I understand 60 million homes are corrupt. Imagine the youth ambassador like you people decide today that my home is clean from corruption. You don't need big laws. Even good laws, strong laws come, it fill up the prisons, isn't it? We don't want to fill up the prisons. We want good citizens. So it's in the hands of the student community, youth community, to change every family they belong to. How many of you offer for that? How many of you offer for that? How many of you offer strongly, boldly, you say that?